All right, so I'm gonna show you my new acquisitions that I got, and I have to do it really awkwardly on the floor in my front room because they are covered in mold, so I'm gonna be wearing a mask and some gloves. Really high tech, I know, but I don't have cool ones yet. And I covered my floor in plastic. Sorry, my cat's trying to get the camera. So I covered my floor in plastic to keep it because the bindings are falling apart, and I tried to get the best lighting so you guys can see the book. Hopefully it's not too bad, but we shall see. This is how it came to me. So yeah, some of them in here I won't show you because they're family stuff and blah, 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 but yeah, so it'll take me a minute to get them out because they're also super duper heavy, and yeah, so let's get started and see how long it takes me to get these out. Hopefully this video doesn't take too long because I have to be at work at noon. So I apologize for the attractiveness of my face, but I just really don't want to, oh, turns out I have the sound backwards. Let's not do that. I just need to protect myself because I am deathly allergic to, well, not deathly, but pretty allergic to mold. So yeah, runs in my family, and I just don't want to have an allergic reaction before I go to work. Hopefully you all can hear me through this because I'm just trying to keep it away from my nose. Anyway, that's not one I'm going to show. This is also not one I'm going to show, and neither is that one. Okay, so the first one I'd like to show is pretty expensive depending on what edition it is, and I haven't figured that out yet because I haven't actually looked at it since I got it. It's got a little bit of paint on the binding, as you can see, and I don't know if anybody knows what this is, but it's illustrated by Gustave Doré. It's a copy of Paradise Lost, which is very, very, very famous, but Gustave Doré made it famous, and actually he is the one that made what everybody bases, he's a French illustrator, and he made what everybody bases their copies of mini plays and stuff like that, like what the characters look like, and everything like that. He is the main illustrator that created the basis for those characters when he illustrated these stories. So this one is about the fall of Lucifer, and as you can all see, the binding is in extreme danger, but it was rebound at some point because this is not original. They tried to use another piece of something else, which I haven't figured it out yet of what it is. It's got some paint on the binding, but the etching in it is absolutely amazing. The entire front cover comes off, so I'm trying to be very, very careful with it. But this came from my family. Now there are some pages that have fallen out, as you can see. It is missing, I believe, the first couple pages. I'm not entirely sure. But here's a good example of some mold. Oh my goodness, it smells very much like attic. So this is the introduction, and here you can see some really good examples of what mold does to a book. Now this may look cool, but it's actually really not. This is an old family thing, so these are all notes from my old family members who have since passed. And the illustrations in it are absolutely amazing. There's some more, but Paradise Lost is one of the most well-known novels of all time. There's a good illustration that is widely known. As you can see, there is more mold on it. I have yet to figure out when this is from. Really wish I could, but it doesn't look like there's any printer's notes in here. But I would really like to figure it out because judging by the timing on the other books that I have to show you, this may be a first edition. It very well could be, which would be amazing. Trying to figure this out really quick without tearing any of the pages because they are so dead. Oh, There's some family initials, and apparently my phone is going off. I apologize, we still have the landline. Call from JG number. Okay, well, I apologize, that's gonna be in the background. For a few seconds, as long as it doesn't do anything. I cannot figure this out. So I'm gonna try to very, very carefully flip it over. I'm also wearing gloves so that I don't hurt the binding of the book because I just did my makeup for work and I have natural oils on my hands even though I washed them. You never wanna touch a book with your hands if you know that, one, it already has mold on it because you don't need that. And two, because you always have natural oils, whether you touch your hair, your clothing, your chest, your face, anything like that has natural oils, and it can destroy the actual fibers of the paper, which is what eventually causes stuff like this. And I'm gonna flip it open in the back and see what we can find. It has something, somebody degraph and read, which is my family. It just has the end. So it'll take a lot more digging and I think probably some research on this, but this is a wonderful find that my family had no idea they even had because it was just sitting in an attic at my great aunt's house. So this came from sitting in an attic for years upon years, so who knows how long it's been in the family, and hopefully I'll find out someday because I'd really like to know. So that's that one. I'm trying to keep this short because I do have to be at work. So, and we have a cuckoo clock in the background. Wow, I apologize about the amount of noise. I put the dogs outside, but let's see. I apologize, this one's very heavy and in 2 different bags currently. Oof, my goodness. See if I can even get it out. This one is the difficult one to lift, and it's also absolutely in just a disgusting state of falling apart. So, this was the one that was a legend in my family because if anyone's ever seen old medical journals, this is what they are. So this is the Atlas of Skin and Venereal Diseases. Let me see if I can flip it so you can see the cover. Yes, this is the Atlas of Skin and Venereal Diseases by Morrow, which is absolutely amazing. The binding on this one, again, is not great. As we can see, the actual leather binding is cracking. And we got some issues up here as well. Could you stay out of that, please? The entire cover is actually detached from the book, but it's got some amazing marbling on the inside. So I'm going to very gently set this over here if the cat would stay out of the way. And we'll flip it open and see what we can find. Okay, so this was published in 1889, if anybody can see that. There we go. But basically what this is, you know, the Atlas of Skin and Venereal Diseases. It was used by my great-great-great-grandfather, I believe, in his doctoral studies, because he was a doctor. And I'm trying to find some of the good pictures. So basically what it is it goes through and it lists the, oh, that's disgusting. That is also disgusting. I'm trying to find ones that are not that disgusting. Oh, here we go, fingers. Oh, no. Okay, here we go. So these are some of the disgusting things that it has, and yes, it does show a lot of inappropriate things that I can't show on YouTube. So if anybody wants to see those, let me know because I can post them on my blog, but they're pretty gross. This is what looks like some kind of ulcer of the arm. This is all really disgusting stuff. Here we go, what's this? Syphilide. So yeah, here's another one. These illustrations are amazing for 1889. It's pretty cool. But yeah, this is what he used for his studies, and I thought everybody would like to see it. It's got anatomies of all of this and everything, and I am not, apparently the cats are very interested in what I'm doing. I am not very medical or tech savvy, so I do not, could you get out of my books? I am not very big on any of this stuff. Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna go try to put these away without having an allergic reaction. So, oh, alrighty. Bye everybody.